Hello students, my name is Shesi George, your professional accounting teacher. Before you continue with this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Georgian Theory Concepts. Thank you. Alright, in this video we are going to continue with the concept of time series analysis 2. That is regression analysis method where the trend line is not given. So before you continue with this video, please try to watch my last video using a question where trend line is given. But in this case, we are going to solve a question where trend line is not given. Okay. Let's go back to that previous question to show you. If you look at this question number 2 in my previous video, the trend line has been given. So this is the trend line. Trend equals to 228.08 plus 3.12x. Okay, and the value of x should start from 0 has been given. But for this question, such information is not given. So you have to calculate the trend line, the regression line first. So let us calculate the regression line. Then in one of my previous videos, I've done regression analysis. All right, so you can still watch those videos to understand that. So let's use regression analysis to determine our trend line. So let's start solution to question 4. Okay, so you can start by saying let the regression line, all right, be y equals to a plus b x. Okay, equals to a plus bx, where our b is nothing but the formula is n summation x y minus summation x summation y all over n summation x squared minus, open a bracket, summation x raised to power 2, and our a is known as regression constant. Why this one is known as regression coefficient is summation y minus b, that's the regression coefficient, summation x all over n. Okay, all right. Then the formula for the regression coefficient determines the number of columns. So you can now have the x column, which represents the year, and the y, which represents the actual sales volume. Then we have x, y. Then we have x squared. Okay, so you have your x squared. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 10. Okay, that is, if you look at the question, you represent these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then you write the corresponding sales volume against it. So you have 70, 80, 96, 100, 95, 95, 114, 120, okay, 120, 123, 140, and 153. All right, then you start to multiply xy. Of course, this is 70, this is 160. 3 times this will give you 288. Of course, this is 400. Then 5 times 95 will give you 475. 6 multiplied by this will give you 684. 7 multiplied by 120, of course, will give you 840. And this will give you 984. Then 1260. Then when you multiply this with this, of course, we have 1530. Okay, then you have to take the square of x value. So what is the square of x value? Of course, this is 1, 4, 9, 16. For 5 will be 25. For 6, 36. For 7, 49. For 8, 64. For 9, 81. And of course for 10, and that is 100. Then you take the summation of all this. So the summation of this, of course, will give you 55. Then this will give you 1091. Then the summation of all this will give you 6691. Okay. Then for all this we give you 385. All right. Then from the formula that has been spelled out before, B, okay, is n is 10. All right. So what do you have now? Our B is n, which is 10 into brackets summation x y, which is xy is 6691 minus summation x. Okay, summation x, that is 55 into brackets summation y. This is y, summation y. All right, and this is summation y. This is summation y, that is 1091. Okay, this is summation y. All right, then divided by n summation x squared. Okay, and this is x squared. The summation is into bracket 385 minus summation x. So you have to be very careful here. So this x raised to power 2, and when you manipulate your calculator, it's going to give you 8.3697. So a student of this level should be able to manipulate his calculator and get this value. Okay, so once this value is gotten, you need to calculate for a, and a is nothing but summation y. So what is your summation y? Summation y, of course, is 191 minus b. So our b, make sure you leave your answer in 4 decimal places. Leave your answer in 4 decimal places, which is b. That's the coefficient, regression coefficient 3697 into brackets summation x, that is 55 all over 10, and this will give you all over 10 63.0667. okay, 63.0667. So with this, we can now use this to formulate our trend line. Hence, I can now say hence our trend line T equals to the coefficients, that's the constant, regression constant 3.000667 plus the b, which is 8.3697 x. All right, so once the coefficient, the trend line, so you have to calculate your trend line. You determine the trend line. Okay, the trend line. All right, so you determine the trend line. Are you with me? All right, so this is the trend line. So from this trend line, we can now calculate our trend. So we can now determine, that is the b part now. So the a part has been done. The b part says we should calculate the trend. That is calculation of trend values, of trend what class values. Okay, So we start with our x, and our x is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and what, 10. Okay, then our t equals to 63.0667 plus 8.3697 of x. Okay, so our trend value, of course, for this one will be 63.0667 plus 8.3697, where x, when x is 1. Okay, get your value, and that value is 71.4364. Then you continue 63.0667 plus 836. For accuracy, please don't use approximated figure, use 4 decimal places. Okay, 97 when x is 2. So the trend value becomes 79.861. all right, so you continue in that manner until you have the last figure. Okay, that's the last trend. Okay, right, so that is how to calculate your trend value. That's the t value. All right, class, hope you understand this. Please, you can pause the video to check this. Use your calculator. A student at this should be able to manipulate the calculator. All right, now the C part says of the question says that we should estimate the likely sales volume for 2022. Our x, if you have 2022 here, we should estimate the likely sales value. So our x value will be 11. All right, so all you need to do is to use the trend line where x will be equals to 11 for 2022. All right, so you just have 63.0667 plus our sales, estimated sales, plus 8.3697 of 11. So what do you have? So you press your calculator, and which is 155 points. But since this is in million, so you can say therefore the estimated sales will be 155.1334 times 1 million. All right, from the question. So what do you have in Liberian dollars? Don't forget, it should be in Liberian dollars. So when you multiply this by 1 million times 1 million, all right, we'll give you 15513 400 Liberian dollars. Right. Okay, so this is the question, this is the solution to that question. If you understand the question, please do share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget, this is the question where the trend line is not given. So if you have a question where the trend line is not given, the first thing is to determine the regression line. Okay, using this formula, okay, to determine the regression line. Then you determine your regression coefficients, the regression constants, then you have your trend line. So with the trend line, then you can calculate your trend values. So you calculate the trend values. Then if you ask to estimate, you estimate by substituting for x. All right, then you multiply, since it's an application question. Okay, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to share with your friends. Bye.